first time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davie, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Braden Herrington here with Davie Portman for BDElite. We're your Dynamates. It's Wednesday night. It's full gear mode.
It is. It's the go home to Full Gear, the last Dynamite before Full Gear. And we're here to talk all about it. Hopefully, we might be evacuated at any point, it feels like. Our notes on the final part of Dynamite might be a bit shaky because we had a fire alarm going off.
We had a fire alarm.
Apparently there's fire like right above us.
And then the alarm, we could hear some people leaving, but like we wanted to see the contract signing and like we didn't.
They told us to await further instructions, but it's and then the floor above us is on fire.
Yeah, they said, hey, there might be a little fire on the 23rd floor, and we live on the 22nd floor, and we're like, and I hear like there's people moving about above us, so I'm like, I don't know if that's heavy clunking.
People opposite were like, fuck this.
Yeah, yeah. Our neighbors across the hall.
We have to talk about AEW, so we're here.
Literally, as we're setting up, it went off again, and then it stopped, and then again. So we were worried that so at any point it goes off.
We
might
have to
just dip.
Stop this show.
Yeah.
Or keep the stream going. It could get us views. Like,
just
people talk
loud,
about wrestling during fire.
An Inferno match. No, it's. I think everything's okay now. There were 3 fire trucks outside our condo. I could see it out the window, but they all left now. So
cool.
I think we're safe.
We're good.
I think so.
Okay.
So yeah, but if we don't make it out, avenge us and thank you.
Yeah,
we love you guys.
Become a world champion patron. Fuck it.
that's a weird. That's bad taste. Poor form. Jeez. Yeah. Welcome to BDElite. Braden and Davie chatting about some AEW Dynamite. We did Up Next last night. We talked all about all the good stuff going on in NXT, possessions and all sorts of stuff. And here we are to talk about some Dynamite. And it seems like we talked about some of the released wrestlers and who we kind of want to see maybe as fans, like go to different places. But the whole Twitter world was a rockin' today because Tony Khan uttered the words Kazuchika Okada today, and the internet got a little crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of talk about chaos, obviously, on this show with like Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends joining them. This opening match today was on commentary, very chaos heavy. So exciting. Yeah. Like it seems like they're kind of maybe starting to condition us that maybe this is something that could happen.
Yeah. Okada, maybe he's going to be doing the New Japan stuff. Maybe he'll be coming over for next week's Dynamite. I don't know. I feel like Miro loses to Daniel Bryan next week on Dynamite. He's so mad. He wants to fight anyone. He calls someone out, and it's Ishii.
Okay.
He's hanging around too, so there is a potential. We need to see Kenta versus CM Punk. That feud needs to happen. Yeah,
Kent's called him out this week, right?
Yeah, he's been calling him out for a while. But yeah, so that's definitely the battle of the GTS. We got to see that take place. So there's a few different things. I think Danielson versus Okada is kind of the one.
I hope so.
We would want to see. So that was kind of what was rocking around. We're going to be doing a watch-along for Full Gear this Saturday. So come hang out with us on twitch.tv/upnextpodcast. And we'll record a post-show. So we'll probably take a little breather and then go live with a post-show, and that'll be on this podcast feed as well. So
yes,
check us out Saturday night.
8 p.m. in the Twitch room, twitch.tv/upnextpodcast. We'll be doing as you said, live watch-along and then sticking around for the post-show. So always a lot of fun, these watch-alongs. So please come in and say hi, even if you don't want to stick around the whole night.
Yeah.
Love to hear from you.
Yeah, come check in, come check out. You know, we're cool. You can come hang around. We'll be your friends and watching some wrestling because I'm pretty excited for this pay-per-view.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It's pretty stacked, and it's kind of crept up, kind of come out of nowhere. All Out just feels like it was the other week.
It feels like it wasn't that long ago,
Yeah.
but yeah, it flew by, and now it's here. We did do some other podcasts that are coming out on the Patreon this week. We just recorded today with Wei Ting, Post Wrestling. We did a best match ever, SmackDown 6.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty fun. We talked all about Angle, the Guerreros, Benoit, Mysterio, Edge, the SmackDown 6.
Oh, yeah. Great show. Gonna put it out, the best show we've ever done. So become a world champion Patreon.
Well, yeah.
No, it's always great talking to Wei. He brought this up quite a while ago, and I think we'd just done the Edge best match ever, so we kind of wanted to let it wait for a bit.
Right.
But yeah, some awesome matches. So do go on the Patreon and check out the matches we're going to talk about, because they're all there on the network, and they're really great.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that was a fun show because it covers like this 2002, 2003 era of just the talented guys there, and we talk a bit about Paul Heyman. Wei clear is a huge fan of this era of wrestling. He was his kind of pick to do this, so it was a lot of fun to chat with him, and go check that out. $5 a month, North American tier gets you access to all these shows, the best matches ever, all that stuff, retro NXT reviews, movie reviews. It's only $5. But you said you were telling people to be world champs.
Yeah.
If they're crazy enough, you can be a world champ, which means you eventually get to pick stuff, and we do it with you guys. So that'll be a lot of fun if you decide to do that. You know, Christmas is around the corner, and if you ever thought to yourself, you know, what should I get the BDE for the holidays? You know, I want to give them something. Patreon.com/upnext.
Absolutely. And then you get to come on, and we'll get to chat to you. And we just talked about Karate Kid Part 2 last week with Howie Nishi.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking to Dad-to-be, Dan Reed, about TakeOver Toronto from 2016. It's the 5-year anniversary of that show that we were all at.
Yeah.
Every single one of us. Yeah, a lot of up yours coming up as well on the Patreon that we're excited about.
Yeah, and next week we have a Survivor Series 2001 edition of reviews from the 6, as we're going to be looking at the 20th anniversary of the Alliance versus WWF?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's WWF still.
Right, the Alliance, WCW, and ECW, right. Long live the Alliance.
One of the greatest shows ever.
So
Survivor Series 2001.
Yeah, 20th anniversary. We're doing that next week for Survivor Series week. All tend to lead into Thursday for Survivor Series, our draft game, 9 p.m. next Thursday. And Fire Frank's going to put the title on the line. I'm going to be in the match. I started calling people out. I've started DMing people.
You've been training. You've been doing your mock drafts.
Yeah.
Putting together different teams.
Yeah, I have. In my head.
Will we see Lucha Lit Part 2 this year?
Lucha
Are
Lit.
you going to go somewhere else?
Lucha Lit's, they're all free agents now. So, I mean, you can see. I don't know. I can't give away my answers. I'm in preparation. Which way did he go?
I want to see a Jacket Time team. How many other Jacket and Time people are there you could do?
Jacket Time.
You've got Karrion Kross. He could be part of Jacket Time.
Right.
He likes clocks.
Vader
likes clocks.
See, I'm
and
giving
time
away
as well.
my shit, man. You stop.
All right,
Yeah,
shit.
what are you doing?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm not playing this year. So.
Leo Rush, Man of the Hour.
Oh,
fuck, dude.
Is this your team?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, fuck.
It wouldn't win, though, because it's got Jacket Time on it. But yeah, that's how the draft works. We create teams. Everyone goes against each other. There's certain rules that you will explain in the show, but it's basically you have to come up with this dream team. Some people like to make sure they have a link, which seems to be the way to win these things if you connect them. And then only one person can have certain wrestlers.
Yeah, you can only have one person from AEW, one person from the main roster, one from NXT, and one from like the rest of the wrestling world.
Right.
And you've got to have a tag team, and you've got to have a woman.
Right. And a manager who's retired or
dead.
Yeah. So it gets pretty interesting. And then when it comes down to people wanting to steal, you're coming up with some sort of...
Yeah, some trivia, some little games to try and keep hold of your players.
Interesting. Well,
for Jacket Time.
Should I just go with that and win? Fuck, yeah. There should be a rule at the end if you get your people stolen and it kind of ruins your team, that you can do like a reset and at the end like your B like...
What, just destroy your whole team?
Yeah,
get a
and
new
you
one.
get a new one. Because, like,
Okay.
if once you, like, say you, like, lined up jacket time, but then someone steals Kushida, then, like, it's not as cool. Who am I going to, like, put in the spot?
Well, that's why you got to do your mock drafts. You got to come up with loads
Different
of
one.
time people. I'm sure there's a lot of people that like time.
Vader time.
Even Punk does the taps
Clobber-
his watch,
Dude,
doesn't
shut
he?
the fuck
Slobbering time.
up. You're ruining it. I could win this thing, man. I'm going to win this fucking thing, and you're ruining it.
Sorry.
Fuck. I'm going to win it, though. Jacket time. Coming soon to Survivor Series Draft next Thursday on Twitch. So that'll be a lot of fun. We have some friends joining us for this game, and it's going to be quite fun. And there's something they always say: he who has the gold has all the power, and he who has all the power has all the gold. I'm coming for it, baby. Coming back 2 years in a row.
You want to win this 2 years in a row?
Yeah, sweeps.
We just need to get that title off of Fire Frank, really, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he stinks.
He stinks.
And I don't like him. So that's some of the stuff that we have coming on out here on the show. But yeah, I'm super looking forward to the next little while, because then we're going to probably do the same thing for Survivor Series, WWE Survivor Series. I don't really know what the hell they're doing with that show, but we'll probably do a watch along and such and such for that. So look forward to that down the line. So lots of stuff coming up next few weeks. But let's go to Dynamite from tonight. AEW Dynamite from November 10th, Wednesday. We start off with Bryan Danielson going up against Rocky Romero.
Yeah, they announced this on Rampage, I think, and pretty excited about this one. Two guys that go way back with each other, and Bryan Danielson's been on this absolute roll, and I enjoy Rocky Romero, so I was quite looking forward to this.
Roppongi 3K.
Yeah.
He's got his own music videos. He's got his own like merch and stuff. The guy's like he works hard.
Does everything.
Honestly, like
Commentary.
yeah,
Backstage.
I've been up and down with Rocky as a fan, but I feel like he's cool and he can definitely wrestle. What was it? The Super Juniors that he was in just a few
2 years ago or something.
Man, he put on a show in that tournament. So that like opened my eyes to being like, nah, man, like you were underused and under like appreciated for sure. And I just like Roppongi 3K. He's got to bring. Oh, he can't bring Show and Yo.
No, they're not friends anymore.
Oh, Yo, come on. Was that just for show?
Trent's still injured as well. That's a shame.
Yeah, he's the link
Yeah.
to this whole thing. Isn't Trent and Okada had like histories? He was in Chaos, right? Trent wasn't he?
I
Something
guess
like
so.
that?
If he was with Rocky.
So
I
now the
guess
best
so.
friends
Yeah.
are. Yeah. It's cool to see Rocky Romero. And of course, Danielson and Rocky Romero have history because they were together in the New Japan Dojo, like 2002 or something like that. I saw some people posting some old photos of that, like class, where they're both in it with Samoa Joe as well. But like the history here is pretty interesting. It wasn't something that I was like, oh, this is going to... It's another AEW just loves doing it. Was this on our bingo card of wrestling in 2021?
Orange Cassidy joins Chaos.
That, yeah, there you go. Yeah, another one, but also just Danielson versus Romero.
No.
Like,
No, yeah.
but I'm happy it's happening. You mentioned that he comes out with the best friends, and they all have the Chaos towels because the best friends are now chaotic in form of this group.
Is Chris Statlander the first female member of Chaos? I'm looking down it.
I guess so.
Maybe.
Yeah. Who else is in Chaos right now?
Toriano.
Right.
Ishii. He's in Chaos.
That's right. It's stacked.
Goto. Okada. Robbie Eagles.
Right.
Mikey Nichols.
Nice. There's a lot of people in this squad.
All of the best friends.
Right. And this was Nakamura's stable back in the day.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So the best friends are now in Chaos. So I just think that we're going to be getting some more of this New Japan crossover stuff.
It seems that way, yeah.
And yeah, so...
Yeah, why do this otherwise?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Knocked Out Films in the Twitch chat right now, Davie, is saying, yeah, Statlander is.
Interesting, cool.
First girl in the group.
Yeah.
Of Chaos. Cool stuff. So Danielson versus Romero is happening right now. Rocky's kind of on fire and going for Danielson's arm in like his catch arm breaker thing that he always does. So he's getting Danielson right away, but he gets out of it. At one point we get the tease of the match of the century, which is Orange Cassidy and Danielson stare each other down here, which everyone was like,
Oh, we will be getting that
Yeah.
soon, I think.
yeah, for sure. There's then Danielson, who comes back at Rocky in the ring with the yes kicks in the corner. Romero special on Romero, meaning like the surfboard, and then into the Dragon Sleeper. Rocky eventually gets out of it, hits this flying tornado DDT, which looked cool. And you know it's not Wednesday night until you see Matt Hardy on your screen, who just happens to be watching the match in the crowd. There's a Hurricane Rana off the steps from a running Rocky, which looked pretty cool. And then back in the ring, a running sliced bread for a near fall. Bryan comes back with the bridging German and then like his spinning forearm, classic move there. But then eventually gets the cross arm breaker again. Danielson turns that into a calf slicer. Shout out AJ Styles. And then turns that into an ankle lock. Shout out Kurt Angle. He's going through all the submissions here. And then hits a roundhouse kick, just wobbling Rocky. And then does his stomps to the head, the label lock. And Rocky seems to get out of it. So he transitions this into like the tequila sunrise? Like where you bend the guy's arm backwards one way and you lift the leg the other way.
Yeah.
And right away, Rocky Romero taps, thus continuing the story of Danielson just making people tap out with all sorts of different moves. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, another great Bryan Danielson match. He's really having quite the run. Didn't quite reach the level of some of the others for me, but I enjoyed this, and it was cool seeing Rocky on AEW.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I was like, okay, I didn't really expect to see this match. I'm not saying not knocking Romero, but I thought it was pretty fun and didn't outstay its welcome. And it just kind of highlights Danielson, who I think is in this like other world.
Oh yeah,
he's just in another level. This guy, I can't wait for his match with Miro, but we'll hear a little from Miro later. We go to the Inner Circle. They're coming out. They're gonna talk, but they're attacked on the entrance ramp from American Top Team and Men of the Year, and then just this big beat down. There's kendo sticks. There's some of the real fighters throwing real bad punches.
It must be weird, like if your
It must
job is
be.
normally you've got to punch someone so you knock them out, and then it's like you're trying to do everything not to do that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It must be weird.
Eventually, they target Jericho solely, and then they like beat him up, and then they set up a table in the ring, and they all help Lambert powerbomb Jericho through the table. And Ethan Page grabs a microphone and says, "This Saturday, Dan Lambert's going to pin Chris Jericho, but tonight he's going to tap." And he puts him in the walls of Jericho. As Lambert says, it's actually a Boston Crab.
Yeah, he calls back to like Florida Championship
Yeah.
Wrestling or whatever in the 1950s.
Yeah, or 70s or something. And then they make it look like Jericho's tapping by
Yeah.
making him tap as he's beat up. So, damn.
So they're saying he's going to tap out Jericho.
He said he's gonna
Do you
pin
think
him.
it's going to happen?
He's going to pin him.
They first said pin, and then they said submit.
They said he's submitting tonight, and that's
submitting
what they made him
tonight.
look like he was.
Okay, so he's going to pin Jericho.
He's going to pin
Is it
him.
going to happen?
I mean, Ethan Page said it, so
It must be true.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to pin Chris Jericho.
Wow.
I think Jericho should pin Dan Lambert.
I thought this was a good beatdown. I think it was time for the American Top Team to kind of come out on top against them. I think in the promo offs and stuff, it's always Jericho and Inner Circle winning. So I thought this was good going
Yeah.
into it, that these guys looked strong, stood tall.
No Paige Van Zandt, though. She'll be there on Saturday, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Getting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cino's in the chat, and he says that the reference that Lambert was making was the real Rocky Johnson, meaning, I guess, the Rock's dad down at Florida Championship Wrestling,
Right.
doing the Boston Crab.
Ah.
Yeah, I do love a good Boston Crab, but the walls, the tamer, looked always cooler. We go to...
They're easy to apply, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they do hurt.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's nice to like stretch your back out.
Right.
Get in a bit of a Boston Crab.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go to our next match. Britt Baker, DMD, with her partners Jamie Hayter and Reba Rebel versus Ty Conti, Anna Jay, and Thunder Rosa. And Britt right away doesn't really want to hang with any of these three, because especially she's facing Tay at the pay-per-view, but then she's still got the beef with Thunder Rosa, so she keeps like trying to avoid her here. Eventually Jamie Hayter gains control. They're all matching though, as I should say.
Yeah, I like this. Thunder Rosa in the pink as well.
Yeah. So The bad guys gain control here as they keep tagging in and out. Reba and Hayter doing Britt's dirty work as they go to break. When we come back, Tay is in. I keep saying Tay because I write Tay, and then they call them Tay J. So I'm like, what? Her name's Ty. So is it Ty J?
Ty J.
Yeah, you're right. So she hits the TKO, the Ty KO. Sorry, see, I did it again. To Hayter, but that's broken up before the 3 count. Hayter comes in. She's doing a series of moves. There's a huge backbreaker from her. She's got some powerful moves. Britt comes in, who hits this super kick to Anna Jay, just taking her face off. Rosa comes in, and she's beating up on Britt, and eventually gets this crazy crossbody to the outside, like full impact.
Rosa, yeah, looked great.
Looked like it hurt. And then Britt kind of leaves Rebel. She has the potential to save Rebel from this hold, but she doesn't do it, so leaves her there. Tay hits the Tay DT.
Ty DT.
Fuck.
The DD tie.
The DD tie. The DD tie. There you go. And gets the win. So setting up this match on Saturday.
So they're showing Britt looking scared and leaving her kind of friends there. Do you see maybe a breakup with the team at all?
Hasn't Britt done this kind of stuff? They always do this to their managers and friends. Like, sorry, you got to take that bullet for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Today, so
I think Ty's looking really good, and I'm actually quite looking forward to this match. I love Ty's kind of the running pump kick she was doing in the corner, like going just from side to side. She's come along so far since when we first started talking about her a couple of years ago. So good for her getting this pay-per-view match, and I think this could be really pretty good.
Yeah, I think they could put on a bit of a banger. I don't think Britt will lose the title, though.
No, I don't think so. But this match was fun. Rebel really stands out when she's in there, so a few like clunky things there, but other than that, I quite enjoyed this.
We go to a video for Ruby Soho. How does JR do this? Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander, which is coming up. It's this tournament for the TBS title, and it's now Statlander. Kind of last time in one of these videos, she said, I'm a fan of yours, but now it's kind of like, hey, meet your leader, meaning, hi, I'm Chris Statlander. I'm the one who's going to I'm going to beat you. I'm not your fan anymore. I'm your equal. I'm superior. Kind of a little heelish because Ruby is kind of the good guy.
But Ruby, like, they were both kind of at each other a little. Ruby was being very confident and stuff, and I think if I was Chris, you'd be like, hey, watch yourself.
Yeah. I'm kind of interested in this match. This isn't on the pay-per-view. This is Rampage.
Rampage, I think. So.
Sweet, yeah. That's all right then. Well, we go to Jungle Boy. He comes out. He's got a match. And it's up against Anthony Bowens from the Acclaimed.
Yeah, he's in a few featured matches recently. He just had the Danielson one on Friday. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Max Caster, the Acclaimed's got a little rap here. Did you hear the one he rapped about Danielson? About your father-in-law, everybody losing their jobs about father-in-law is Laurinaitis. Cheeky, that Max Caster. He also says here that this Jungle Boy is a bit of a showboat. He always be stuttering when he's trying to cut a promo. And he says something about how, Jungle Boy, you're my fetish.
Yeah. I laughed at this. Well, we talked about his girlfriend hanging around with 7 other men.
Yeah,
like Anna Jay.
Yeah, he hangs. He ends with that line, which is again, and the ref is like, "Yo." Okay.
But then says, "And you're my fetish."
Little jungle man.
Is this Tony still writing these?
I don't know about that. Little Jungle Boy. This is fetish.
Yeah.
Little Tarzan boy. Well, Jungle Boy didn't like the way he said that. So this match starts off with Jungle Boy attacking Bowens. And Jungle Boy is obviously always really fast here. And Bowens comes back with some strikes and some offense and chops. And then they start exchanging some. Caster on the outside distracts Jungle Boy at one point, allowing Bowens to hit this like code breaker, neck twisting, inverted type move, which looked pretty cool. During the break, picture-in-picture on the outside, he goes to chop Jungle Boy at the post, but he chops the post with his hand and starts selling that. Back from break and in the ring, Jungle Boy hits his like rebound into the huge clothesline. It's like his version of the lunatic lariat or buckshot or whatever, but it looks great, turning him inside out. There's then a tope to the outside onto Caster to get rid of him, but when he comes back in the ring, Bone hits him with this rope-hung twisting DDT thing, which looked cool.
Yeah, does he finish with this?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jungle Boy gets out of it. Jungle Boy then drops him, puts him in the snare trap, and Bowens taps out. Jungle Boy wins.
Yeah, not a bad match. I don't think there was any doubt that Jungle Boy wasn't winning this one.
Right.
But, yeah, Anthony Bowens have a few singles matches recently, and they've been good. I can't say he's my favorite to watch, but he was fine here with Jungle Boy.
Yeah. The Acclaimed guys aren't that bad in the ring either, but I'm definitely Jungle Boy's the one they're focusing on, so it's good to give him the win, especially going to the pay-per-view. But the story comes afterwards because we know Jungle Boy's in this match that they added to Full Gear, which is the 6-man tag with the Super Click versus
Falls Count Anywhere.
Yeah, Jurassic Express and Christian. But out comes Bobby Fish to attack Jungle Boy. He beats him up and then he flips him upside down against the ropes. Looked pretty deadly actually, and runs off and gets scared off, shoot away. But the damage has been done.
It was interesting because this happened and we were like, well, why is he doing this? What that? And then we thought, he's Cole's friend.
Yeah, so maybe he's doing it for him.
Maybe.
Well, it cuts to a video for Hangman Kenny Omega first, but it's kind of like the setup for their match and their contract signing. And it's a lot of Kenny saying, Hangman, you always lose the big matches. Hangman talks about how, he watched his friends become champions and everything while he just sat on the sidelines. So
yeah, these videos are excellent. I definitely want to watch the Road to for this pay-per-view because I think the stuff you're going to have on this feud, I think the Kingston Punk stuff is going to be great. The Darby MJF stuff is going to be great. I think it's going to. I feel this one's almost a must-watch for the pay-per-view because there's a lot of big stories here.
It airs on Friday after Rampage.
I think so. Yeah.
TNT on Friday at 8. They're airing the movie Rampage with
really?
with The Rock, like the video game one.
We went to see it.
Yeah, we got really baked and saw that in theaters.
Great
it was
film.
great. Yeah.
One of the best films
ever
up
made.
there with Paul.
Is it an alien movie?
No, I'm just saying up there is a great movie.
As one of the best movies ever.
Along there with Paul.
Yeah, you really love that movie, Paul.
Yeah. It's on Netflix now.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, what was the Road to? Sorry, the Road to Friday?
It's Rampage and then the Road to.
So they're in the movie, movie Rampage, the show Rampage, and then the Road to. Okay, cool. Gotta check it out. We then go to the Super Click, the Young Bucks and Adam Cole backstage, and they're being, the usual heels that they are. You always have Nick Jackson just going, "Pacow!" Cole starts talking to the Elite, the Young Bucks, about how things are going well, and they're not worried about that match coming up. And he says, I want to introduce you guys to someone. And in comes Bobby Fish. And the Bucks go, we know who Bobby Fish is, because they've got a lot of history there. And they say, well, in AEW, there's no dispute. It's the era of the Elite. See what they did there?
I do, yeah.
And then they say, let's get out of here. So they all walk off. So Adam Cole's already bringing in the Undisputed Era?
Yeah, and Cole was saying, you're going to face Jungle Boy on Friday and kind of soften him up for us.
Right.
But leave enough of him left for us to get rid of. I feel Cole's going to turn on Fish pretty quickly.
Okay. You think it's a red herring?
It feels like he's setting him up. I feel like he didn't seem genuinely friendly with him here. So I think it was just using him to kind of get at Fish and at Jungle Boy.
Right.
I think he'll dump him. It's like, you're not elite. Even not arguing the line about the only dispute. No,
there are no disputes.
Are no disputes.
Right. Yeah, I mean, most people are jumping to the gun of, well, it's got to be Kyle. It's got to be Kyle coming in to make this whole team, and then we get this Elite versus Era 3-on-3 match that we wanted for a while. So part of me goes, okay, well, you could just have him aligned with Fish. You don't need him to be acting like he's Elite or anything like that. and then Kyle comes in, and that definitely starts the pressure of what the story can go into and stuff like that. Like, does Cole cost Kenny the title on Saturday for some reason or something like that? Like, there's things like that could happen, but I still think there's a lot to flesh out with this Elite, with Cole and Kenny both being there. And Bobby Fish, like, again, he doesn't need to be Elite, but like they're saying they're boys.
Commentary kind of called him a mercenary,
right?
So similar to how Inner Circle got Jeff Cobb. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
like just like hired gun sort of thing,
right?
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't find it sincere, Cole, with him. Felt different. It didn't feel like back in the day.
He's just always using Bobby Fish, even in NXT.
It's funny. I saw an article that said like Bobby Fish clearly not happy with Adam Cole, and saying about how on Renee's podcast he says that Cole hasn't spoken to him yet and he acts like he doesn't know him. I listened to the podcast. Tone is everything. So I listened to the podcast and they're like, oh, so how was it like seeing Adam again? And he's like, oh, well, we haven't actually like chatted yet. And they're like, oh, well, you know, it's so busy and that. And he's like, no, he acts like he doesn't even know me.
Okay, right.
And you're like, okay. But this article is like Cole like ignores him.
Wow. It's kayfabe, bro.
Yeah.
Keep the kayfabe alive. But yeah, I think while you have Fish here, no, let them do that. Because if he were to like turn on him, that's one thing. He can tell him to F off, but rejoin later. But how did he came into NXT when Red Dragon were like kind of just jobbing out?
Both him and Kyle lost to Aleister Black.
Right.
And then they came out at Brooklyn to be with Cole.
So there, I feel like Kyle's got to be coming.
Maybe.
I genuinely think, he's out there. He's gonna be out there because his contract's gonna be out there. But no more Big Van Von Vader. No disrespect to him, but it's just like, I think there's so much more to be done in your career. Like, I feel like you're gonna be just wasting away if not just released anyways or something like that. But Kyle O'Reilly joining with, they already got the music. Tony Khan got the music. Come on. So like, Kyle, you're gonna be great. Come hang out with your friends.
It's coming up soon, right?
I think so.
Both him and Johnny coming up?
I believe so, yeah.
Interesting.
So
I'll watch this space.
I would like to see, I don't think I'm alone, but Elite era needs to happen, and the storylines and stuff that can intertwine and stuff like that. Factions and stables and wrestling, it's the whole vibe. But yeah, I like this. That when you see Fish attacked him, we're like, what the fuck? And then you put it together.
It's quite interesting because they didn't go to like week one of Bobby being there. We go, oh, is he going to walk down the corridor and go past Adam Cole or whatever? They've left it a few weeks before these two have interacted.
Yeah.
And you almost forgot about it. Like it didn't come to my mind immediately when he beat up Jungle Boy. It took a sec to go, oh yeah, he's Cole's mate.
Right. Yeah. So I like where they're going with that. We go to a video for Eddie Kingston and CM Punk, the stuff from Rampage we didn't really get to talk about, but it was awesome. That whole segment with him and Punk in the ring was
great.
Crazy,
so good.
Where they're just going off on each other, and then the headbutt.
I
love a good
real.
Headbutt. Yeah.
It just seemed real.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was so good.
It was so good, and it reminded me of the one with him and Moxley, where it's just like, okay, you've sold us on a match. We need to see you fight. And you did it in that promo. And even some of the stuff tonight. But this video kind of just recapping that Rampage one because it was really good. I loved when he called him a bum.
It just shows like how great writing and like great like just promos, great performances can like raise a match so much more. It was last year. It was Full Gear last year, wasn't it? Mox and Kingston, and that you had the FTR and Bucks on that show, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I remember going into it like for weeks. It's like, oh, FTR Bucks, that's the dream match. Come the pay-per-view, the one I was most excited for was Eddie Moxley.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily my style of wrestling, but they got me with the promos and everything. It became believable, and that's exactly what that Rampage segment felt like.
Yeah, definitely. It sold me. I mean, we know Punk is one of the best talkers, and
Yeah.
then Eddie Kingston, one of the best talkers, if not the best, proving again that he is the best talker because he's just so believable.
And also the crowd not really knowing kind of they like Eddie,
Yeah.
they like Punk, and both are kind of being dicks as well in this fight.
Yeah, yeah.
It is like when you watch your mates fight and you're like, oh, you both seem like assholes right now. Just,
but you need to get out of your system.
yeah.
And I mean, there is some history with these two as well, I'm sure, like going back to the Indies and stuff. So, yeah, good stuff. There's a little bit more on that later. We go to Wheeler Yuta.
From Chaos.
Chaos's Wheeler Yuta
Yeah.
going up against Wardlow. Wardlow beats him up. Splat.
Is this Wheeler Yuta's role now? It's
Yeah.
happened a couple of times.
Yeah, he gets wheeled over.
Yeah.
Wheeled
it's
out.
alright. He's Okada's mate now.
Is that what his name is? Wheeler Yuta, because he keeps getting wheeled out
Yeah.
after his matches. He gets 3 power bombs. They look like he had one bit of offense and kind of slips up and then gets beat up and slammed. He's a good wrestler.
He is.
Yeah, but
You need people to be destroyed at times, and
Yeah.
he's in that role right now. But Wardlow needed to kill him.
yeah, that's it. Wardlow, though, he does like all these moves, and the move he uses as a finish is like a knee lift out of the corner where he's like, it doesn't really fit. Like, he's just like, well, everyone else has got cool knees in wrestling, but like you're killing this guy with these slams. I think that would be it. Yeah,
Just wants to knock him out completely.
I guess so. He's a meanie.
He's a mean guy.
Yeah. We did we get enough Matt Hardy on this show?
Oh no, not at all.
Right. Okay. So the Hardy family are not disbanded.
Yeah, I don't know why you said that.
Watch Being the Elite. I watched the show. They totally.
Because they lost Squid Game?
No.
BDElite. Their parody.
Yeah. There was definitely something that was like edited, and it felt like they were like, I don't know. There was like no mention of it as well past little while, but I mean, I don't
They've
know.
been on Dark and Elevation. And
Yeah, but it's pre-taped
the
too.
bunny
no?
came out on Rampage and
Yeah.
with her Matt Hardy Titantron.
All right, so everyone just do what I do and pretend the Hardy family aren't a thing.
Yeah, no, they're still a thing.
The Hardy family can't hurt
The
you.
Hardy family are forever.
No, they can't hurt you if you don't believe. Yeah, that's the power. The Hardy family gains control and power when you put your belief into it. It's like the occult.
So, if the best friends have joined Chaos, which stable's Hardy family office going to join?
I don't know. What's the shit one in New Japan?
Probably Bullet Club at this point.
Matt Hardy in the
Yeah,
Bullet Club.
I want it.
Fucking
I'd get that shirt.
Fucking
It would be
bury
it would be the the crossbones thing.
Yeah.
But with the
Finger guns.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be lit. I would buy that. Yeah.
I want that shirt.
No. Private party in the Bullet Club. Fuck, man.
The bunny can be with Peter. You'd get 2 bunnies.
Two
there.
bunnies in one club?
You see?
Whoa. That's fucked. That's the ultimate dream team right there. The 2 bunnies in wrestling. The bunny and the bunny.
You'd have Yujiro, Tokyo Pimp, hanging out with Blade in his gimp mask.
No, you'd have Yujiro hanging around Private Party. He's going to show them how to really party.
Right, okay.
Not this fake stuff
Yeah.
they've been doing. Like, I'll show you how to party. Tokyo Pimps. Who else is in the Bullet Club now? Jay White?
Jay White,
Oh,
yeah.
poor Jay White.
The-
He's kind of not getting the best in this deal with the Matt Hardy joining. Our dream of...
Who's Butcher hanging out with?
I don't know, but he's gonna have the Butcher Club for sure.
The Butcher Club. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the T-shirt. We're helping these guys out.
I think this needs to happen.
No.
The Hardy Bullet Club office.
The Twitch chat.
El Phantasmo. He's the one showing Private Party how to party.
Oh no, El Phantasmo's hanging out with Jack Evans and
Oh yeah.
and Helico.
100%.
They're all the same person. Damn. Wow. I can't wait to see what.
Bad Luck Fale with the Butcher.
Bad Luck Fale with. Yeah. And the bunnies on each side. Yeah. Damn. Wow. What a combo. What other stables would you think, like, if you were doing this?
The Suzuki Gun.
Yeah, but
what
like
else
other
is there?
teams that we have here in AEW,
to
would
be-
they join other?
The Elite have already done that. So
The Elite won't do that.
no. Dark Order.
Dark Order. What's LIJ? They're ungovernable.
True, yeah.
What other stables do we have here? Because they're kind of all over the place now. Malachi Black, House of Black thing with FTR, Pinnacle guys.
yeah,
I don't
all
know.
them.
I think that's it. Inner Circle?
Inner Circle, where they go. Jericho would want to be Bullet Club because he probably thinks it's still cool.
I don't know. They're on their own.
Yeah.
They're on their own thing. But Hardy Family Office Bullet Club.
Sting needs to join LIJ. T-shirt
Sure.
gang with Naito.
Well, actually, no. Why doesn't Andrade Black and FTR join LIJ?
True, that would Andrade. That makes a lot of sense.
And Tully.
And Tully.
He's ungovernable.
Yeah.
Fuck with me. Tully. Exactly.
I want to see Tully manage Naito.
Wow.
No, Tully manage Hiromu. That would be more interesting.
Hiromu.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tully and getting in the face of. Yeah, that would be all right. That'd be all right. See, we're dream
right.
booking here. We're good. We're good. Dickie Bird in the chat says, yeah, that would be great, but Aleister Black or Malachi Black can't open his one eye though. He can't do the. He can't do the eye
true.
Naito thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
damn.
that's a shame.
Yeah. Is Naito all right?
He's doing tag league.
Okay, he's coming back. But like, how do we know? Does anyone actually watch Tag League?
No,
Oh, okay. But apparently he's coming back.
he's coming back.
Right. All right. Well, why did I bring up Matt Hardy to go down this road? Because the Hardy family attack the best friends. They attack Orange Cassidy. There's a twist of fate with the chair wrapped around Orange Cassidy to just crush him here. It's really rare and odd when Excalibur messes up the name of the move, and it's Tony Schiavone who corrects him. Because he's like, whoa, a crazy side effect. And Tony Schiavone's like, yeah, man, that was a crazy twist of fate. And then there's a second, and Excalibur's like, yep, and Matt Hardy's got the fate that's being twisted or something. He's like, you son of a bitch. Love them. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of that?
This feud seems to have gone on forever.
Thought it was
Orange Cassidy,
over.
Matt Hardy. They're having a lumberjack match on Friday, so hopefully that's the blow off.
Damn, I'm gonna have to watch
It means
that.
we'll get to see all of Hardy family office as lumberjacks
And the best friends and chaos.
and chaos. Maybe
Could be wild.
that's Okada's debut in AEW. He's just a lumberjack for Matt Hardy match. I want them in the
That's
in
what Vince
WWE
would
doing
do.
where they have to dress like lumberjacks as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I want
That's what Vince would
Okada
do for
to
sure.
be
That's
dressed
wild.
as a lumberjack.
Oh man. We go to the back parking lot. There seems to be something going on, and it's this pull apart between Eddie Kingston and CM Punk. I did like the way this was shot because it's almost like it's as like a real situation, a real fight, like World Star or something like that. But we can see a lot of the wrestlers and some backstage people pulling Punk and Eddie apart. We got a Sanjay Dutt appearance.
Oh.
Shout out Sanjay Dutt. And I loved the shot of Eddie. Like, all right, I'm cool, and then like run, trying to run like.
I want to know what happened in between,
would
Friday and now. Have they just been? Is it like Peter Griffin and the Chicken?
Yeah.
They've been fighting everywhere.
Right, yeah, and they got here.
They
tonight.
turn up to work and it's you again. Ugh.
Yeah, they're gonna kill each other on.
Yeah.
I think Eddie Kingston should be the first one to beat CM Punk.
Yeah,
I changed my mind from Hook to
to Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston,
Interesting.
and he can always say that.
I found it funny that on commentary, I think it was JR was going, "This is gonna be the craziest match on the entire show." And we've got a street fight and a full count anywhere on it as well. But it's like, no, this one is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
And he's kind of right. Should be.
yeah. This one will be crazy, I'm sure. I think Punk will win, but I think it'll be a banger, and they've sold us on the match again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We go to Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty going up against Dante Martin and Leo Rush. Leo Rush is dressed like the White Power Ranger. Mm-hmm. Legit, I think that's what his gear was kind of based on.
We've seen him in like Power Ranger gear before, haven't we?
Seen him dressed as a moth as well.
Yeah.
But
And Spider-Man.
that was Triple Mania last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vikingo got that gig this year. We have Lio Rush, who's now teaming with Dante. This is kind of like a weird dream match sort of situation where all these high flyers that are like kind of new to the game, and then Matt Sydal and Lio Rush kind of being the vets. I'd say obviously Matt Sydal, a long time vet here in like the world of wrestling, but Leo still in the past few years.
Isn't Lio Rush older than he look? Oh, he's 27. Okay, he's still pretty young.
Yeah. Well, Rush is super fast in here. He's going all over the place. Dante does this like escape after a back and chain with Lee Moriarty. He does this like double rope escape flying in midair. I literally I know PAC Neville had the man gravity forgot, but like I don't think Dante.
But Dante floats. He gets so high.
Yeah, I don't think Dante Martin believes in gravity. He just floats around, whatever. Moriarty's in with Leo, and then they were like, hold my beer, because then they start flying around. Lio Rush is so fast. He's doing this crazy move, but then Moriarty catches him with this like pump handle into a spinning face buster sit out thing. That was pretty sweet. Leo comes back though with the spinning kicks and then kip ups. It ends giris. There's then a tope, and I love Lio Rush's tope. Definitely one of the best ones in the game. He then does a kip up and gets his attention. He's got the ring to himself and kind of showboating a little bit. And then hits this spinning corkscrew unprettier. Like unprettier, and then you spin and then drill the guy. Just craziness. There's an avalanche ranas. There's belly to bellies. But eventually it's Dante Martin hitting this like double rope high moonsault press to pin Lee for the win. But this was fast. I could not even attempt to type out everything.
Really good. Like great showcase for like I'd say Lio Rush and Lee Moriarty, because we haven't seen much of Rush. A lot of us are familiar with him. Obviously, he's been working everywhere for quite a few years, but first time really on Dynamite we've seen him. Really good showcase for him. I think Lee Moriarty looks great and is an awesome signing. I'm looking forward to seeing more just combinations of these guys, have the singles matches, and maybe throw some other guys in there as well. But I think these guys should kind of be with each other for a bit because they showcase each other off really well.
They should be a group.
No, I want them feuding with each other. I don't know, I just saw SmackDown 6 today, so I'm thinking, like these guys play with each other for a bit because it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. All of these guys are just killing it. They're on point, definitely, and especially Dante being like, and Lee. I don't know too much of, obviously, just coming in here as well, but very very sweet.
I mean, you could have when Darius comes back, and how long's my count for?
Right,
because they can join these guys.
Could be a whole team.
Yeah.
Then they'll join Suzuki-gun or Taguchi, and what's his thing? What's Taguchi?
Oh, I have no idea.
Forget the other one there.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was a fast match. I know Dante got the win, and Lio Rush and him seem to be on the same page, but there was a spot where like Leo got all the like his shit in and then like poses. So I'm wondering if he's still trying to outshine Dante, but I don't think that it seems like they could go in a babyface role.
I think until the story's there for when Darius comes back, right? Where Dante has left his brother for this guy, but I think until then you can just have fun with them in tags. Right.
We go to the video for Miro. This is a pretty cool vignette here. It's kind of like it's really dark. He's talking to us in the shadows. It's like got this like reddish orange hue, and he says, "Danielson, you are everything to some, but nothing to me. Do you know my God? Do you know if he is blessing me or messing with me? I need to win. My God, bless him, because he fears me just like you should. Danielson, you came here to feel alive. Well, you're pushing a man who's holding a scythe." So,
wow.
Damn, great promo. Definitely my favorite.
His
promo
promo styles are so interesting, aren't they? He
talks about his wife too. I'm pretty sure he mentioned Danielson's wife maybe at one point. But yeah.
Yeah. It feels like he mentioned Lana recently in an interview as well. So I think maybe she will be coming in at some point to join the act. But
okay.
His promo style is so different, and I love the way it's shot. I think this match is going to be awesome as well.
This match is gonna fuck. Like, these guys are going to kill each other out there. Miro's huge. He's on this run. I love this promo. It made me so hyped for this match. He's so calm and collect. He's doing the whole God thing. The way it's shot, the colors, everything is...
I think it's going to be the first time we've seen Bryan kind of the underdog, like playing the underdog. It's something I've found since he's come to AEW. He wrestles like he's the best wrestler in the world. You know, he's not that plucky underdog we saw in WWE.
Yeah.
I think this time we're going to see that. We're going to see him be more vulnerable against Miro. And Miro just looks so dangerous, and his offense he's just tightened everything up so much, and he's the complete package now. So it feels like a big match against Bryan, and one that we weren't meant to get. That kind of just came together last week.
And we're like, yeah, we like this. We'll still get that Mox match.
Oh yeah.
We go to Dax the Axe versus PAC. PAC versus the Dax the Axe. Say that 10 times.
Sorry, producer See No Evil saying Miro said, "Say goodbye to your wife so I can say hello to mine."
Right, because he says he's not allowed to see his wife until he kills him.
Yes.
Right. Well, our next match is PAC versus Dax, and it's basically Dax and Cash. Damn, that's a lot of names. They got a match at the pay-per-view with the Lucha Bros, who are in Death Triangle. Yes, another faction. And PAC is in that, so they're doing a singles match. But the friends, the partners, are barred from ringside. However, Tully is an actual manager.
He's got his manager's license.
They said he got the manager's license here in AEW, so he's allowed to be ringside.
I guess because he's a coach. He's his coach. He's going to give advice and stuff. He's
Coach
not there
Tully.
to interfere.
Right.
Tully.
He wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't you just get like? If I was Cash now, I'd be like, well, I'm going to get my coach's license.
You're not allowed to.
Why?
Because they would know you're up to no good. They're like, no, you're an active member of the roster. You can't be that.
Okay, fair enough.
But even though Tully had a match,
Yeah.
there's some rules. But yeah, they wiggle them. We get Dax and PAC doing a stare down here. We do a show called Was Next, and we're currently reviewing NXT from
June 2013.
And just around this time, these guys are both in the locker room there, and we've seen some interactions in matches.
They're
and stuff.
both going for the tag titles right now.
Exactly. So it's interesting.
Dax with not Cash.
No, he's with someone else. He's
Chris
with
Christopherson's son.
the actor Chris Christopherson, or musician too, right? Son was in NXT and was the original partner for Dax, and that's what we've been watching lately.
And
it's really weird.
PAC has just lost his partner in Oliver Gray.
Yeah.
And is teaming with Corey
Graves. Yeah. To face the Wyatts. Yeah, it's crazy parallels, because here they are having a match.
Crazy.
Right now. Dax versus PAC. There's a bunch of chops from Dax early on, and PAC as well. Both guys' chests are really lit up. At first I was like, man, Dax's chest is really red, and then it cuts to PAC, and his chest was actually bleeding.
Both their chests were bleeding.
Yeah,
in this match.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Guys. Love it. I love it. There's a Fosbury flop to the outside from PAC, but Dax almost like barely catches him, but it still looks amazing. Dax, during picture-in-picture, locks in a classic abdominal stretch. He's going through all the old-school wrestling stuff. When we come back, there is PAC and Dax fighting on the top rope, and PAC hits not a superplex, but a super, meaning avalanche brainbuster.
Crazy.
This was scary. I screamed.
And Dax either was fucked up or was selling this like he was fucked up.
Bravo.
This looked insane.
Yeah, I don't know how that didn't hurt. I mean, it must hurt, but like, yeah, the replay too. I watched it a few times. Just crazy. Avalanche brainbuster. We get a drop kick off the top from PAC, who's now just like targeting Dax. He's selling it so well that he can barely like get around. This is when Tully eventually pulls Dax out of the way to allow him to miss a spot from PAC, and then he hits a brainbuster of his own, which looks just as cool for a near fall. There's then an avalanche back suplex off the top from him, and then PAC comes back with there's lariats. Dax hits the Ultimo Dragon, you bounce the guy off the ropes and then hit like the sit out Liger bomb thing. Yeah, he does it with the suplexes and obviously the slingshot suplex Tully, but does it with the power bomb, and this looked awesome, but again a kick out. But PAC comes back, counters the move, and locks in the Rings of Saturn, the Brutalizer, and Dax taps out right away.
Yeah, his shoulders all taped up, and I think he audibly taps, and then it's like right away as soon as it's like, nope, I'm caught, it's over. I love that. It feels so much more real, especially they've got the big title match on Saturday. Why risk it? Why risk having your arm ripped off
for this
days before just for a non-title?
Because right in in the beginning of the match, PAC tries to go for it, and he acts so scared that he's like, I'm not going to let you get this move in because I know I have the injured shoulder, and if you do this move, I could potentially mess up my weekend match. So yeah, it is a like athletic thing that would be realistic.
They were doing it quite a bit on this show. The quick taps are becoming a thing, and I think it's great because that's how what happens when you watch UFC. You don't see them holding on forever. And then, now I've got to tap. It's like they know my arm's gonna break. Right. I gotta they won. It's over.
PAC doesn't let go though, so the ref is like, "Yo, let go," and Dax is screaming. That's when Tully comes in to interfere. Cash Wheeler comes out to interfere, and the lights go out. But when they come back on, Andrade and Malachi Black are in the ring. Now it's a 4-on-2 beatdown here. Sorry, on 1, and that's when. Out comes Cody Rhodes coming through the crowd. And then
what was he doing? Just at the popcorn stand or something?
He's looking at the merch, other people's shirts, being like, "Oh, those suck." The Lucha Bros come down as well. It's a whole save here, so I assume we're getting this 6-man down the line, or sorry,
8-man.
8-man. So who's the?
Yeah, Death Triangle and Cody, Black. Andrade FTR.
Right. Maybe that's like on the buy-in or something.
Great.
I don't know. Are they going to add that to the pay-per-view? Probably not.
No, maybe just a big Rampage or Dynamite. But Black not on the pay-per-view again. And Cody. Interesting.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I thought this match was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was best match of the night, I think.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, definitely. I liked all the other wrestling on this show, but this definitely like stuck out. I think Dax, we've seen him in the tag role for so long. It was interesting seeing him.
You see him, yeah, definitely. You think of them as tag team wrestlers, but Dax is really good in singles. Was it Jungle Boy he had the match against earlier in the year, which really stood out as well.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was great.
Yeah, this match against PAC. PAC is starting to, like, I hope he doesn't disappear again because I feel PAC's finally kind of getting into a bit of a groove with his incredible match with Andrade, and then this was a really great TV match.
Okay, I'm seeing that they did add this match to Full Gear. It's PAC and Cody versus Black and Andrade.
Okay.
In a tag team match. I don't know if that's on the buy-in or the actual pay-per-view, but that's the 9th match on this list.
Right. Wow.
So, yeah. Shout out Dickie in the chat. Yeah, so...
They're yelling too many matches at me every week. I don't know what's going on.
We had a fire alarm going on.
We did have a fire alarm off as
we didn't know half the stuff going on. And now the Twitch chat's laughing because I said Cody's going to be on the buy-in, which apparently is something that Cody just doesn't do.
No.
He's not on the buy-in. He can be on... the pay-per-view. Fuck it, why not?
Can he be Stardust on the buy-in though?
Rishi in the chat saying that buy-in's Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa and Shida.
Okay.
So
it's gonna be a long night.
That sounds so long. Yeah. Wow. We go to a video hype package for MJF and Darby Allin, and it's showing clips of this rivalry that's been going on and some people talking about them. They mentioned the 4 pillars. Excalibur's talking about the 4 pillars. You know he wanted to talk about the other 4 pillars too, but he refrained. They say that these 4 pillars are the homegrown stars, the next generation of world champions in this company. And we get the same clips from MJF and Darby. Darby's always cutting promos in front of things that are on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, again, kind of similar to the CM Punk Eddie Kingston thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go for this match. You sold me on it. You could have just gave this away for TV on a throwaway thing, and we would have loved it still, but you made it so much bigger, and it'll make it feel way more important.
Oh yeah, this match, I think they've done such a great job. I wonder if this one goes beyond the pay-per-view, because I feel like there's a lot of juice in this feud.
Yeah, you could go back to this for years as well.
I think so.
For sure. With any of these pillars, the 4 pillars of professional wrestling, brother. We get a shot of the Dark Order and the Elite, and they're being sent home like everyone else in the group, except for Kenny and Hangman. They're like, you got to get out of here. So they do. And it leads us to the contract signing, our main event slot here. Kenny Omega, the AEW champion, and Hangman Adam Page. They're sitting at the table. Kenny's suit looking pretty proper. It's like a purpley kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looked
Had his gold bracelet on.
nice.
Yeah. Glasses.
Did you like his fit?
He looked good.
Yeah.
I don't like the facial hair.
Whatever he's doing with that,
Yeah.
the Triple H.
The Triple H.
The Reign of Terror.
But it's meant to be obnoxious. So,
Yeah. Bad guy
He
stuff.
looks good.
Hangman has the microphone and he says, after all this time, I just don't know what to say. But the sooner I sign this, the sooner I can beat your ass and drink a beer at Full Gear. And Kenny is like, all right. So he gets a little flustered and grabs the thing and he's signing it. And he goes, you know what? I do have something to say. He says, Hangman, when we were friends, we were more than friends. We were family. And this all here, pointing to the crowd, AEW, this was meant for you. But it was your own insecurities and failures that cost you everything. You wanted that cowboy spirit, but you fall off that horse. You get back on that saddle, but I see a lot in you. I see myself in you, but how wrong was I? And this kind of pisses off Hangman. So he says, you had another partner that you didn't live up to either, which obviously he's talking about Kota Ibushi, Golden Lovers. And Kenny gets upset about this, and Hangman says, you told me I wasn't good enough. You told me that you weren't proud of me. That's what he said after that match that they had almost a year ago. Wasn't it a year ago?
Full Gear.
At Full Gear. He says, you beat me, but you said you were proud of me, and it made me upset. It made me feel like I knew it. You shouldn't be proud of me, but you were afraid of me, says Hangman. But this Saturday, I'm going to be the new champ. And it's like kind of, he tries to end it there, but Kenny's like, actually, hold on a second. Whoa, no, I cared about you. Hangman, I want to shake your hand. Let's kill it at the pay-per-view. Just sounding so, like, happy all of a sudden. And Hangman, he's scared about it. He's like resilient at first. All right. Shakes Kenny's hand. And as Kenny walks away, he goes, I'm proud of you.
Nah.
Which just starts to piss off Hangman as he's getting a little fired up. But there's a camera guy in the ring who just whacks Hangman in the back of the head with a camera.
Damn.
What? I was watching this camera guy for a while. I was
like, dude, get out of the way.
Get the fuck out of this shot. Only for us to be all fooled as he takes off this mask, camera gear and stuff. Don Callis.
I love, not only did he have like the hat and stuff on, he had a goatee as well.
Under the mask.
Under the mask. So you just saw like the little, but yeah, fooled us.
Yeah. Hangman's just laying there, and they busted him open with this shot, or it looked like he almost stabbed him with a pen too. And Don has a microphone and says the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist, or he's gone away. He's been away. Well, I went 6 weeks hiding in my basement and waiting. But is this the guy? Is this the guy who's ready to face Kenny? As Hangman's just bleeding here. So he says, I'll sign the contract. And Kenny grabs the contract, rubs his hand on Hangman's face with the blood, and then signs the contract in blood. As AEW goes off the air.
Yeah, this was great. Don Callis is so good. I think it's the thing with the Elite, there's so many of them that you can kind of be distracted when someone's away. We have gone like, oh yeah, no Don this week.
Yeah.
But it kind of surprised me when he came back. I liked the shake my hand stuff. There was one of my favorite, and the match wasn't great, but the Rock Hogan 2, when Rock was the heel, and they're like, and he's just like chatting so much shit to Hogan the whole time. And then he goes, it's the go home show, and he's like, in all seriousness, like, we're just entertaining. Let's kill it at the pay-per-view. Let's have a really good match again, like we did at Mania.
Right.
And they shake hands, and then he spits in his face.
Ugh.
So this was very much that. And he did sound sincere. He's like, no, come on. We're going to have a good match. Shake my hand. For beating him up. I loved it.
Yeah. I figured I didn't expect Don to show up. I just kind of, not forgot about him, but I don't know if he was having, people were saying visa issues and stuff, but I don't know. But he's just been hiding in his basement, he said.
Yes.
Waiting for this moment. He's Kaiser Sose. Showing up.
Yeah.
I actually really like this segment. I thought Hangman sounded strong. I thought Kenny sounded strong. This is the Kenny I like. I don't like the fun and games as much. Kenny's my favorite, but this is the Kenny I like. When he's in a suit, when he's got his title, when he's talking that real shit.
They do a good job. Like, I think normally we have AEW don't normally end with a segment. They normally end with a match. They normally have a main event match, but I think it's you're going into the pay-per-view. This is the biggest match on that show. You end with the big contract signing. I think this worked. And you had physicality. And the heels standing tall. I thought this really worked.
Yeah, this was one of the better contract signings in a long time. The camera shot from Don is kind of a twist again. So getting the twist back on Hangman, who got the best of them a few weeks ago. So it sets up this story's already one of the best stories. We already want to see it, but they did a good job of wrapping it. Yeah,
I think AEW do good go home shows. I know we do have Rampage on Friday, but they just hit over your head what the cards are. We get those features, a lot of the videos, kind of the mini prime targets almost to hype up the matches. This was good selling you with the main event. The wrestling kind of takes a bit of a backseat on the go home show, so I wouldn't say I really enjoyed Dax and PAC, but I wouldn't say the matches were as blowaway as I'm used to on Dynamite. But I think as a go home show, did it get you prepared for the pay per view? Absolutely.
Yeah, I really like Danielson and Romero, and I really like Dax. I like that tag team match as well. But yeah, it's sending you to the pay per view, and they did a good job of doing that, highlighting all these feuds, letting you know what's going on. I know Rampage is on Friday, and I'm sure they'll do the same thing going into the show for Saturday, especially with that special afterwards, after Rampage. So.
And that lumberjack match.
Oh, that lumberjack match. Yeah, honestly, a solid episode of Dynamite. The highlights were some of that wrestling, but the highlight was definitely that contract signing. I like the story of Hangman and Kenny definitely writes itself, and I'm going to be cheering for Hangman, but again, this devil on my shoulder tells me Hangman's got to lose. You're all going to cry.
Shall we do some predictions?
Sure.
I've got the card up here. So,
well, let me ask you first. Between PAC, Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black and Andrade, who's going to win? Now that we know this, we're dying to know this.
PAC and Cody versus Black and Andrade. I want to see Black and Andrade win this.
Yeah. No, PAC and Cody. Fuck you.
You want PAC and Cody?
Cody's my guy.
All right.
I'm going all in on Cody Rhodes.
I do like Cody. Yeah. Better have a nice entrance. I want him to bring the whole family down again.
Nah. No more of that silliness. He needs to focus, like Arn told him to do.
True.
Or he'll get the strap.
All right, on. Christian Cage and Jurassic Express versus the Super Click of Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. Falls count anywhere. This is going to be nuts.
This is going to be crazy. Someone's going to do something insane. A few people in this match are going to do something insane. I think it doesn't hurt the Bucks or Adam Cole if they lose this, just because it's like a throwaway.
Do you think Jungle Boy gets the pin or the tap out on Cole?
That would be pretty good.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Cool. I'm going to say the same. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, I joked earlier that I always said Hook should be the first guy to be the Punk's loss here in AEW, but it would be a cool move for Eddie to be it, but I think Punk should win. I'm all over the place.
I think Punk will win. Yeah. Darby Allin versus MJF.
Darby, but if MJF loses, then like where does he go with talking? So you could stretch it out if MJF wins.
I'd like to see MJF win this. I think you could go further with this feud. I can definitely see like a stipulation match down the line, because this is going to be a wrestling match, right? That's what they're kind of pushing it as. We only got the videos this week, but last week they were like, I'm going to wrestle you. We're not going to do the crazy stuff. So I think MJF wins. I think it gives him more. Darby's already had like the TNT title and all that. Like, I think Darby's good.
Right, yeah.
I'd like to see MJF win. Lucha Brothers against FTR.
So I thought that they were going to put both titles on the line, but
No,
it's
it's
just the AEW.
AEW.
Yeah, I could see this going either way. I just think this match could steal the show. This is a match I'm super interested in seeing. All four guys are gonna I hope they have a lot of time. I hope they just go out there. But if FTR goes on this run with the titles, with the AAA titles too, it just can add more to this. It opens it up a bit more.
I think it opens you up to do like Santana and Ortiz challenge FTR again, like blow off that feud.
Yeah.
Because they're owed one, right? It's one
Yeah.
apiece in that feud, and I think Santana and Ortiz should be challenging at some point. We haven't had a 2-time champion in AEW yet, so could it be FTR? I'm kind of leaning that way.
2-time tag champion.
Yeah,
'Cause we
2-time any champion, have we? Oh, Cody.
TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go FTR.
Me too.
I can't see what's next for Lucha Brothers with the titles. Like, who would be the obvious like next tag team to challenge?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, unless you do Santana Ortiz Lucha Brothers, maybe face and face.
That would be pretty good too.
But I'll go FTR. The Inner Circle against Men of the Year, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, an American top team, Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, and Dan Lambert.
Minneapolis street fight.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. I think they said Lambert pins Jericho, but I think Jericho pins Lambert.
I think Lambert hits a Canadian destroyer off a ladder through a table to Jericho for the win.
Damn. Yeah. Your predictions usually come true, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be Inner Circle. Yeah, I think Inner Circle. I don't really know where Men of the Year would go from after that, but...
What about Dr. Britt Baker versus Ty Conti?
I think it's Britt.
I think so,
Looking
too.
forward to the match, but I think it's Britt.
Yeah. Britt's Hangman stories with Rosa, I think. Danielson versus Miro.
Yeah. I feel I could see this going either way, but I think if Miro wins this, I think it tips off the main event. I think Bryan Danielson, no matter who wins the main event, I could see him challenging Hangman. I could see him have that title match finally against Kenny in the rematch. If Miro wins, I think it's clear Hangman will win later. I'm going for Bryan Danielson going towards a Kenny rematch for the title, so I'm going Bryan.
I'm going Bryan as well. Because, Miro versus Kenny or Miro versus Hangman. Sure, of course. Yeah, definitely. But if Kenny beats Hangman, which I'm thinking they do, Danielson versus Kenny at, Winter is Coming. They last time it was 30 minutes. This time you get 60 minutes or something like that. Or just do it at Revolution. But I think the way it worked last time was this Winter is Coming. So I think that they're going to go with that route. So it looks like we're going to get this rematch.
So you get them, both their matches, big matches on TV.
Yeah, which is nuts.
Which is crazy.
So, we gone?
Depends where it is.
Yeah. And then, of course, Britt Baker versus... Oh, sorry, we already said that
Kenny
one.
Omega versus Hangman.
Yeah, Kenny and Hangman. I mean, we're kind of... the story is great, guys. Hangman and Kenny, this story has been fantastic. The long run being over a year ago, with the story of them as the tag team, even beyond that with Bullet Club days and stuff. But how sweet or bittersweet would it be if the story doesn't end right away with Hangman getting the best of Kenny? What if Hangman's wrong right now? He's not ready. I think that's a more interesting story. But I love both of these guys. Both these guys are they're killing it right now. So
yeah, I think if you do... The way the story's going, it's building for a Hangman win. Especially with this angle tonight, with Kenny signing his name in blood. And I think you'll have Miro and Hangman down the line, or MJF and Hangman. I think he's got more people lined up. But Kenny, Bryan for the title feels big.
yeah.
So, and I'm kind of with you. I like stretching out these things. I like you feeling like this is going to be his moment and we put it off a little longer. So I'm kind of with you. I'm going Kenny.
Yeah. Again, I mean,
I love it that I can definitely see it. There
Yeah.
are arguments for both ways, and I think that's what makes it really exciting and is going to make you bite on those near falls and stuff.
Look, I'm not going to be mad if Hangman wins.
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely
I'm be
not.
cheering, but like definitely, yeah. This card is stacked. This card looks great. Everything on this has its own interesting story and its own like some different gimmick. There's not too many gimmicks. There's a falls count anywhere and a street fight.
I think it's a better card than All Out.
Then All Out.
Like
Damn.
I loved All Out, but look, Bryan, Miro, Kenny, Hangman, Darby, MJF, Punk, Kingston, like they're all matches that really interest me. And then the Super Click's gonna be nuts. Like that match, I think this is gonna be better than All Out.
Yeah, we'll have to see this Saturday, Full Gear. We're gonna be doing that watch along. So come hang out with us, guys, and then a post show. You can find the podcast here because we're super excited. It's if you're a wrestling fan, I mean, like we're two guys like in our early 30s where it's like we grew up watching wrestling a certain way and then just been sucked back into it. I feel like AEW definitely the past since its incarnation just definitely makes me like super into it more than I have been in quite a long time. So hats off to this company. Wrestling's fun.
It is,
isn't it? Yeah. Yay. Yeah. Fucking ready for some fucking wrestling. Thanks, guys, for listening to us here on BDElite.
We didn't burn alive. We're still here.
Oh yeah, the fire alarm didn't go back
Yeah.
off, so that's always good. Yeah, I felt like we had something else that was happening to us today that we were going to talk about, but I can't remember what it was.
We've had a lot going on.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can listen. We were going pinball machine hunting.
Yeah, we didn't find one.
Yeah, in a few bars.
We went to duck instead.
You cooked a duck tonight. Yeah, shout out Davie Portman for cooking duck.
Yeah,
it's duck's lit. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few drinks before the show.
We went to a bar called Ruby Soho.
Yes.
Which is funny because
nice
Ruby
bar.
Soho. It was nice, yeah.
We didn't see Ruby Soho.
She wasn't working.
No.
She was busy pulling apart Eddie Kingston's fight tonight.
Yeah.
She's always
Did
there.
she pull it apart tonight as well?
Yeah.
Ruby, what's going on?
She's trying to help out a friend.
Fair enough.
Fuck, man. Hey, thanks for listening. At Up Next Podcast, Twitter, Instagram. Go follow us, like us, all that stuff. And if you're listening to this, thanks. And we'll be back. Go check out all the other podcasts on the Patreon, including that SmackDown 6 show and everything. So looking forward to that. And Survivor Series draft next week. Don't forget.
Yep, I'll be back on Friday as well with a new episode of The Sesh with JP Houlihan on the Patreon. And we've promoted everything else. Go check out Shot in the Dark. That dropped earlier today with John Cena running through all of Dark Elevation, all the shows you might have missed, 205 Live, NXT UK. Go give that a listen. It's on this very feed and it's for free. But thank you for being with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye. Be safe. And we'll see you at Full Gear.
Ahoy!
All I do is win, boy.
First time in a long time, but it seems like just yesterday when we were side by side. Beast mode, no one's blocking our way. These other guys tried it, but them man ain't got the skills of Braden and Davie, brazen and raging, bringing you the thrills and spills. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite. Right here in full gear, about to blow up like TNT. Us man are too sweet, Brady, DVP, the BDElite.